2020. It's been a year none of us will forget, as much as we might like to. And when Next Avenue invited you, our readers, to share your stories, we were overwhelmed by the sheer number of responses. We were moved to hear how you've been finding inspiration, how your lives are changing, and what wisdom you have for us as we learn to move forward together in these challenging times. So to honor that, this is Next Avenue, telling our stories.
Hello, my name is Natasha Small. September the 14th, 2020 marked 33 years of marriage to my husband. We have 2 daughters and everyone lives in Maryland. My golden years are ever evolving. Who knows what's coming next? I am a full-time caregiver of my husband, who is in in-home hospice with last stages of COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It sounds darker than it really is. Life is good, family is great, and love is best. Here is my essay, Where There's Smoke. Smoking seemed so cool to me as a kid. My glamorous mother smoked. She had a ritual of gathering her cigarette holder, glitzy gold cigarette case with matching lighter, and other smoking paraphernalia together with her morning coffee. She dazzled my saucer-sized kitty eyes more than any Hollywood star ever could. I watched her with such ardent admiration that by age 7, I could light a cigarette with her lighter, inhale the smoke, blow it out through my nose, and tap the lit ciggy against an ashtray at just the appropriate moment when the ash still looked sexy and not laden. Mama, horrified at my skill, quit smoking. So did I. In the 1970s, Virginia Slims told me, "You've come a long way, baby." Women smokers raced to stack up just as many cool points as tobacco-addicted men. Wanting to be cool too, I tried smoking again. Soon, my flagging lung capacity threatened my hobby of singing at neighborhood talent shows, so goodbye cigarettes. Many of my Chicago high school friends continued to smoke and received no flack from me. Live and let live was my motto. After college, I met my soon-to-be husband. He smoked, but again, it didn't really bother me. Once married, we moved to Washington, D.C. I asked him to quit, and he said, okay. He tried. It didn't stick. So he was no longer allowed to smoke in the house. I often watched him shiver on the deck, shrouded in moonlight as tendrils of smoke circled his head like talons. He tried nicotine gum, patches, sprays, and cold turkey. Nothing worked. Nicotine had him. Meanwhile, a dear friend in Chicago died of lung cancer due to cigarette smoking. I didn't even know she was sick. I cried for 2 months straight. My husband was also shocked. Promised to stop smoking for good this time. His smoke-free status lasted for 5 months. He ultimately receded into the shadow of our deck, snared by cigarettes. I knew he felt powerless. There was no need to nag him and whine about the negative statistics about Black men dying of lung disease. He knew. He just didn't know how to stop. Today, my husband is in the last stages of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. I am his primary caregiver. His 6'2" frame carries less than 145 pounds, and our lives revolve around this illness. At 63, I realize a fact that never occurred to me at 33. Life happens the way life happens. There are so many reasons that compel people to do what we do. Does my husband love his family any less than someone who kicked the habit and is living a smoke-free life today? No way. But everybody has a story. Some slay their dragons, and some just duck and hide. But both live as best they can. So, who decides which one is the better person?
This essay is part of Telling Our Stories, a series featuring the voices of Next Avenue readers, with support from Aroha Philanthropies. To hear more stories and to learn more about us, visit nextavenue.org. Telling Our Stories is a production of Twin Cities PBS.